In this video, we seek to determine the value of an interest rate swap to both of the parties midway through the interest rate swap's duration. Please pause the video, copy this material into your notes, and then press play and I'll talk you through it. All right, so we're seeking to figure out which party has a good value midway through this interest rate swap. Remember that at time zero, both parties had positions that were of equal value. That's how we priced them, and that's how we solved for our initial interest rate swap rate, C, right? So at time zero, the two parties enter into an interest rate swap, and they've got that swap rate from their Bloomberg terminal, and it's C. And so that means if I diagram the fixed rate coupons, we've got coupons of F times C each year for N years, and a redemption payment of F at time N as well. So this would be the fixed rate bond, interest rate C. Now, midway through this N year duration at time T, both parties, the fixed rate payer, the float rate payer, both parties might want to know, what's my position? What's the value of my position now, midway through this endeavor? Okay, the values are the same at time zero, but as interest rates evolve due to a variety of circumstances, the values of both of their positions start to change, right? So what somebody could do at time T is go to their Bloomberg terminal or their newspaper or whatever and figure out, well, hey, what's the new swap rate that I can get if I enter into a brand new swap starting at time T and ending at that same time of N where my initial position is, right? And they might find that swap rate is S, right? If they find it on Bloomberg terminal, it's S, okay? By the way, all face values and notional amounts are the same in this example, in this setting, okay? We're not doing notional face values or varying notional amounts at all, right? Okay, so we've got our initial fixed rate payments. And then at time T, the market has now dictated a new swap rate for this N minus T year duration, S, okay? And this will come up later and it'll be a key point. This new interest rate swap from time T to time N, we could figure out the value of S if we wanted to calculate it, because the face value of our varying rate bond is always F. So the present value of the float rate bond at any time T is always equal to its face value F. Because remember, the float rate bond is always paying the current interest rate. So it's like an interest-only payment. The redemption value is always the entire value of the bond, right? And that's F. Another way of thinking about it is the float rate bond at any stage in its life is neither a premium bond nor a discount bond. It's always being priced at par. Okay? So the value of this interest rate or fixed rate bond has to equal the value of the float rate bond, which is always F. And here's the value of the fixed rate coupons and the redemption value, all dragged back to time T. Okay, that will come up later. All right, so we're at time T, and each player wants to figure out what's the value of my position. So at time T, the float rate payer, they're going to receive the present value of the fixed rate bond, right? They're going to receive all those fixed rate coupons, and they're going to receive a redemption payment at the very end. So we'll take all those fixed rate coupons and the redemption value and drag it back to time T. So it's the present value at time T of the fixed rate bond. But they're going to pay the value of their float rate bond to the other party. And the value of their float rate bond at time T is always just F, as discussed above. Now, the value of the swap at time T to the fixed rate payer is exactly the flip. So it's just the opposite. They're going to receive the float rate payments, present value, which is always just F, and they're going to pay the present value of their remaining fixed rate payments. So that's the remaining coupons and the redemption value. All right, so let's focus in on the fixed rate payer. At time t, here's the repeat. Their value of their position is they're going to receive the flow rate payments and they're going to pay out the fixed rate payments. I'll unpack the fixed rate bond payments. Now, this was that original swap rate, so they're paying coupons of F times C. They're paying N minus T of them, and they're going to pay a redemption value at time N. So we're dragging all of these payments back to time T, right? So S1, that's the spot rate from T, excuse me, from T to T plus 1. S2, that's the spot rate that helps us get from time T to time T plus 2. So all these spot rates are at time T looking forward, right? So we're going to drag all our payments back to time T. Now F, I'm going to replace F with the value of a brand new fixed rate interest rate swap bond of duration N minus T years. So I'm going to replace that capital F with these payments here. Okay, so I substitute them in right there. My original coupon payments and redemption payments, that's right there. And so that's the value to the fixed rate payer. Now, some good cancellation happens. The redemption payments knock each other out, as they always do. And then I can factor out an F and an S minus C, and I'm left with my denominators summed together. The sum of those denominators is simply the present value of an annuity immediate with N minus T payments using these spot rates to drag the money back. So in summary, for the value of the fixed rate payer at time T is this expression. Face value times new swap rate minus original swap rate times the present value of that annuity immediate. The value to the flow rate payer is negative the value to the fixed rate payer. They're opposites. So we can just flip the C and the S around. C was the original swap rate at time 0 for an N year swap. S is the swap rate at time T for an N minus T year swap. And this gives people a really quick and easy way of figuring out whether they're up or down. Okay, so if you're the fixed rate payer, all you really have to care about is the remaining new swap rate more than the swap rate I entered into at time 0. If it is, you're feeling good. If it's not, you're feeling bad. Your position is now, you're losing the bet that you initially made. And so maybe you want to readjust your position by making another position with a different gambler to offset what appears to be some losses coming up here. All right, somewhat complicated topic. So maybe play this video a few times over.